Salutations. Want to do a fast blast video over Dogmen. I have not personally experienced a Dogman. I had some Sasquatch experience out of the SETI, but I have not had a Dogman experience. So I find it interesting that these beings keep popping up traditionally a lot lately and also in history. So you can be like me and you can go back and research this for yourself. That's what these fast blasts are designed to do. For this, I would really recommend, one is that on YouTube, Dogmen Encounters. That gentleman does a wonderful work with tons of different cases and people he's worked with and interviewed. He's got, I don't know how many videos are on there. It might be 100 or so. It's a bunch of them on there, 200. Another person is BDRP, Bigfoot Dogman Reports. There's a brother named D-DOS, D-E-E-D-O-S-S, D-DOS, that runs that out of Oklahoma, I believe. He's had a lot of Bigfoot encounters, and also he's dealing with the Dogman a lot. Just as far as people who've actually encountered these things, speaking about the different types. Apparently there's about 7 types of Dogmen that have been reported. I put a picture of that up, so let's talk a little bit about that. There's a couple that stick out that kind of actually grab my attention, all right? One would be, out of the 7 types, one would be the canine variant type 3. They look like the Van Helsing werewolf, is what everyone says. Another one would be the type 3 variant 3, which looks like a Bigfoot, a type 3 Bigfoot that has the muzzle. So that's something that could be misconstrued with a Bigfoot quite easily. But this muzzle, almost bear-like look, is apparently a Dogman and not just a Bigfoot. Another one would be Canine Variant 3. That one creeps me out a little bit. It looks a lot like the American Werewolf in London, as everybody describes that as looking like. And that movie was kind of a trip. And if you look at how that monster was actually made, there was somebody pushing it along and because they can make it look longer. But nonetheless, the face, I guess, is apparently what this being looks like quite a bit. And something individuals say, a lot of people that have seen these creatures say they come up on one of these things that it looks like a dog, a large dog on the ground, and then it stands up. And they always say the same thing, that you only see something like that in a movie. Only on the movies do you see anything like that, and they even think a movie's being filmed. So that's another thing there. And I don't want to confuse this Dogman with what's called the Wahili. The Wahila was one of the first cryptids that was a white wolf. These white wolves are supposed to be like 7 feet tall, bigger than men. So that's not the same thing. Dogmen are actually these canines that stand up erect like a dog, like a werewolf type of a being. So that's the different variants that really kind of caught my attention on that. But apparently the Sasquatch and the Dogmen, a lot of Native American tribes have reported they have a problem with each other. Where you see Dogmen around, you often don't see Sasquatch, or that the Sasquatch will actually try to warn people about the Dogmen. So I find that interesting. To me, it seems like, I hate to say it, but there seems like there's something kind of negative, evil concerning these Dogmen, and the way they pop up in history is interesting also. So you've got Saint Christopher, and Saint Christopher was actually called the dog-headed saint. And when I looked into that a little bit more, there's some reports of him being like 7 feet tall, and that he came from a group of priests, a sect that was these dog-headed priests that were human cannibals. So that's something that kind of turns into there, that kind of seems like where that might go with that a little bit. And I'll throw this in too, where we're talking about the different types of Dogmen. Thinker Thunker, I follow his work. I think he does a good job. Much props. Thinker Thunker did a recent video analysis on something called the Graveyard Digger. Take a look at that. Now, if you look at that thing, I swear to me that looks like a Dogman. But even more to the point, it looks like one of these Type 3 Dogmen. What is Type 3 that are reported to be like the Michigan Dogmen, more skinny, very skinny and tall. That's what that looks like to me, with those claws that would be good for digging. We know how many animals dig in the graves, so I find that kind of interesting. I think that's what that might actually be, is something along those lines there. So going back with that, and something else that I think I'll throw in with this, over this last summer, I did that conference at his SETI, and Corey Good was there. We both spoke on that panel, and I talked to him a lot outside of the panel. We talked a lot. I've mentioned that a few times. And that's something I asked him about, if he had any knowledge of the Dogmen. And what he had said was that they were a group of extraterrestrials from around the constellation Canis Major or Canis Minor, and that they were some type of a bounty hunter that specialized in body parts from different species. And that's what they kind of did, and that they were considered a lower vibrational life form. Which, I don't know. I think that's very fascinating. That's what I like about this, is meeting cool people, meeting people that are experiencers or in that realm, and we can exchange information. So that's where it's at. Real quick, I'm going to look over to see if I lost anything here. Some of these Dogmen reports, like the Devil Monkey reports and the Wahili reports, report that they seem to be impervious to bullets. That when you shoot at them, I can't say every case I've heard is like that, but there's several. Someone shot at them and the bushes, or the bullets seem to pass through them or not hurt them. It affects everything around them, but the being itself is not affected. So that implies to me a couple of things. One, is this a being from a different dimension? Or number two, are we dealing with shapeshifters? If you're part of my Patreon crew, I did a video on shapeshifting, and we know now that occurs generally in the dream body. So if you have someone that's a shapeshifter or a well-trained person, a warrior that can actually mold their dream body into these different animals, they wouldn't be, as the dream body isn't affected by the same physical parameters as this body. Bullets and things like that wouldn't affect it now, would it? So that could be an instance of a shapeshifter as well, or a being from another realm that's capable of doing these shapeshifting, like they're saying at Skinwalker Ranch. So these are just things that are kind of cool to kick around and to keep expanding our perception, learn more about this planet, what's going on, especially with the paranormal cryptid thing that's going on. So I think that's it, actually. I want to thank everybody that is really encouraged. Oh, this might be a remnants of what we had as a Type 1 civilization. We talk about these Sasquatch, these Dogmen, the problems they might have, the Sasquatch UFO connections that people don't want to admit to. It's wanted to be just an animal. There's a part of these that are animals that are perhaps a threat to some people or harassing people on their property. But there's others that are different. I don't know if they're hybrids, but that's back in the Sasquatch thing. But something's going on where I think we might be dealing with when this was once a Type 1 civilization in the past, and you've got some of these creatures that are still moving around that were part of this. So anyway, going back in history too, let me not forget Anubis. Anubis would be the first dog-headed type of entity, I think, that history shows, long before St. Christopher. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for subscribing, everybody that encouraged me to do this, especially people on Patreon. I just got a couple more subscribers. Thank you so much. That's the only reason I'm still making these videos for YouTube at all. Thank you. Please subscribe, put a like on this. Help me beat that algorithm that they put on me that stops people from getting the videos, hearing them, seeing them, or getting the analytics out. Thank you, and peace.